Howdy folks, I'm Sheriff Aloysius for UltimateBelts.com. We're sponsoring this thing tonight, and we want you to sit back and enjoy yourself. And remember, whether you're in the office or out on the town, out on the range or out in space, cheap belts are like cheap promises. They'll always let you down. UltimateBelts.com, as tough as rawhide and as reliable as the sunrise. Now on with the show.
The Kailoma Galaxy, divided into 4 massive quadrants, Alpha, Beta, Delta, and Gamma, venture with us to the Alpha Quadrant's crown jewel, Zephyr Prime. This colossal nexus of interstellar trade and cultural exchange is where your adventure begins. Picture a planet bursting with life, where glimmering skyscrapers mix with bustling streets and intricate transit networks. A vibrant tapestry of economic and social activity awaits as corporations like Zephyr Dynamics and EtherTech Industries loom over the skyline. Meet the cast of characters that will bring our world to life. Ezekiel Grey Gloop, the Dralicite tech genius with a penchant for things that go boom, played by Joseph W. Hakari Reiki, the 8-legged Vrusk blaster machine, brought to life by Michael D. Kayla Wolf, the hard-driving female medtech of the team, portrayed by Chuck C. Korvar, the Yazirian, swinging in for action, played by Stu the Dew. Kryvish, the Bulerox gambler, with a knack for cards, played by David M. Orbran Yorick, the Dralicite tech whose fists do the talking, embodied by Terry T. Shmoo Magoo, the Blaster Master Dralicite, unleashed by Christopher L. And guiding this stellar adventure is your Game Master, Kip S. Prepare for a thrilling journey through the dynamic world of Star Frontiers, Singularity Ballet. Hold on to your credits and get ready for adventures that transcend the stars. Tune in, dive deep on Zephyr Prime, where opportunity and intrigue await at every corner. Welcome to the Kailoma Galaxy. Due to an error in urology, there will be no apple juice served in the cafetorium today. Excuse me. My apologies. Wrong script. Due to a boneheaded error by our sound technician, he managed to frizzlump the sound for our first outing. So you are left with my recapping those events. Our intrepid band of heroes arrived at the famous White Queen, a bar and restaurant owned by the equally famous Jake Cutter, 12-time Galactic Arena Fast Draw champion. He's won more laser pistol duels, both arena and back alley, than there are planets. Everyone that comes to the White Queen is looking to make a deal or start an adventure. A representative from the Xylex Firepower Company asked our troubleshooters to meet them here. They even called ahead to reserve a table, since they were already on their way to the bar to learn more about the disappearance of the Singularity Ballet. They met with the Xylex rep, Fidge Rallen, head of marketing for Xylex Firepower. for rescuing several Xilex firepower delivery trucks from the hands of the Dark Star Syndicate and the Schwabensee cartel. Xilex firepower is gifting our heroes with weapons and supply packs. With much fanfare, they took the offerings and Mr. Rallen left the bar. Seated near the heroes was a galactic ranger with a fancy table and computer. Hikari, the Vrosk of the group, thought this might be the time to try and get some information. He was wrong, and the ranger told him to, essentially, shove it up his evacuation port. Little did our heroes know that moments later, a Leyton death merchant would come out of the private room at the back of the bar wearing a fedora and long coat, as well as a red lapel pin that marked him as a member of the Dark Star Syndicate. Was trouble brewing? No one was sure. Kayla decided that it would be a good idea to wander over to that area. Another member of the Dark Star Syndicate came out of the back room. Was trouble brewing? Still, no one was sure. Well, no one except Shmoo Magoo. Sighting down the barrel of his shiny new Xilex LR-1 laser rifle, he fired 2 shots at the death merchant, missing both times from a seated position at close range. Now, to say that this caused a Glimwatt storm is an understatement. Kayla attempted 2 headshots at close range, both misses, leaving the group to wonder what the actual frizzlump. One Dark Star Syndicate member made a beeline for the ranger, only to be intercepted by Auburn, a Dralocyte, who pummeled him mercilessly. Ezekiel Grey Gloop, another Dralocyte, began raining grenades down on the Dark Star Syndicate members that were coming out of the back room. But it was Korvar, the Yazirian, with his new Xilex Fat Daddy laser machine gun that began bowling down Syndicate members like it was Nickel Beer Night at Yamazama's Bowlerama in Sector B. Meanwhile, Creevish decided that this was the perfect time to file a complaint with the ranger and let him know that he should be doing his job instead of bleeding on the bar floor. With all of the pedestrians having fled, save for 2 Dralocytes that are actually more like year-round bar decorations that are 180 proof, our heroes quickly finished off the rest of the Dark Star Syndicate members. But still, the question remains. Wait, my apologies. No, it doesn't. Shmoo shot first.
Hey, someone's asking, are there any closing costs due when going with a USDA construction loan?
Oh, that's tricky. So USDA in a perfect world is zero down. In a perfect world is zero down. Are there closing costs? Every loan has closing costs. So there's always closing costs. It's just built into the bigger picture of the loan. So if you're already buying a house that's established and approved by the USDA, it's simple, zero down. When you're doing a one-time construct, you have to meet all of these special requirements. So I'm going to say, loosely done correctly, yes. The closing costs can be built into this whole progress. But we have to make sure to do it correct. Call me.
Here is Sheriff Aloysius with another Tales from the Beltline.
Howdy there, folks. I'm Sheriff Aloysius, and I'm here to tell you about the most infamous belt I ever had to deal with. It was a belt so cheap, it was like someone had taken a piece of twine, wrapped it around their waist, and called it a day. I mean, it was like wearing a piece of leather lace. But I reckon that belt had one last trick up its sleeve. It was like it had a personal vendetta against me. It snapped and broke and fell apart in the most inconvenient places. I mean, I was trying to catch this sidewinder that was on the Cuidado, and suddenly my pants are falling down. I looked like a fool in front of the whole town, and all because of that cheap belt. So if you want a belt that'll keep your pants up and your reputation intact, don't make the same mistake I did. Head on over to ultimatebelts.com. Their belts are as tough as rawhide and as reliable as the sunrise. Trust me, partners, you won't regret it.
This has been Tales from the Belt Line, brought to you by ultimatebelts.com.
New for sci-fi role-playing comes the Cosmic Heroes Starter Collection at Bronze Age Miniatures. Check out these finely detailed pewter miniatures today and add them to your collections before they're gone. Bronze Age Miniatures. There's power in the pewter. See us at Bronze Age Miniatures on Facebook.
Are you ready for interstellar travel, exploring the cosmos, meeting aliens? Well, hold your antimatter engines, because there's one thing nobody talks about in the galactic travel brochures: space herpes. That's right, intergalactic hookups can lead to interplanetary complications. Think itchy nebulae, burning quasars, and, well, let's just say your next vacation spot might be isolation chamber number 7.
Gotta be prepared. Gotta be prepared. This new Ziziglourgian is looking awfully friendly.
Introducing AstroGuard, the revolutionary space condom made with asteroid-resistant polymers and infused with a delightful alien-repellent pheromone, guaranteed to keep you safe from all known forms of intergalactic, intimacy diseases, including the dreaded space herpes.
Feeling protected now, biatches. Bring on those Ziglorb.
AstroGuard. Don't let a little space herpes ruin your cosmic adventure. Available at all major spaceports and black holes. Side effects may include a slightly increased confidence level and an inexplicable urge to wear a spacesuit at all times. Consult your galactic physician if symptoms persist.
Warning. AstroGuard will not protect you after multiple re-entry attempts.
A message from Zephyr Prime Medical Headquarters and the Zorvan J. Rotten Crotch Society.